Hello, hello, hello. It's Dr. Yulee. The doctor is in. Woo! I am burning today. You know that show on ESPN, Jim Rome is burning? Well, the doctor is burning today. And guess what I'm burning about? You may have guessed. Once again, it is public transportation at the root of the problem. A little while ago, several months ago, I did a video on 5 pet peeves that I have with riding the public transportation system here in the city of Boston. And I have decided it's time to expand that list, make some amendments to that list. So now it's growing from a top 5 to a top 10. So in no particular order, I wrote it out once again to keep me on task. And let me get these to you as quickly and expeditiously whatever as possible. So here we go. First of all, bags. Yes, if you are carrying a bag, a knapsack, a backpack, a purse, a attaché case, a dossier, anything you want to call it, if you're carrying something that is hanging from your back and or shoulders, you need to remove that from your person when you are on the train, particularly when it is crowded and there is a concern for space, when people need to pack in. If you have this huge giant backpack on your shoulders, or the giant bag, duffel bag, whatever, hanging from you, it's taking up space. And what gets me is the people that have these things are the ones that refuse to move, which ties to a previous pet peeve. The ones that don't want to move into the train are the same ones that create the dam, of space. So remove your bags. Keep them out of the way. Keep them close. Rein it in or remove it. Moving along. The fare. The fare, darling. Boston has this system where you have a card with stored value. You can put a pass, like a monthly pass, a weekly pass, on that card as well. You just tap it and you go. What gets me is those that, when the bus or the train is coming, you see it coming. Especially the train, you're able to see the arrival, you hear the arrival. What gets me is those people that do not have their fare ready to go. You're supposed to be able to just tap and go. That's why they created this technology, to tap your card and move it on. And what gets me is those people that don't have it ready. They have coins and bills and things of this nature, and they're just getting all in the way. And if you have things like that to add, like you're able to add value to your card, at a train, at a bus, at a station, a multitude of different areas. So if you have the coinage, the bills to add to your card, then you wait to the back. You let those that look like they have it together just go on in front of you. If you know you're that person that has to add value, wait until those that can just get on quickly have done that. I've had that I've allowed that to happen when it's been me, and it just doesn't make sense that it doesn't happen on a regular basis. Use your common sense, people. Moving along, seating. Seating is always an issue because sometimes it's available, sometimes it's not. But what gets me is when I'm sitting in a seat and I'm on the inside and someone chooses to sit next to me, and I might have to get off at a stop that they're not getting off on. What gets me is the ones that don't actually want to move out of their way. They don't want to actually excuse themselves so that you can get up. They want to do one of them things where they turn to the side and like, all right, go, you can go. First of all, it's like this much space to get through as it is. And I'm not a skinny person, but it just makes no sense to me. I'm a whole person. I am a man trying to get through this little space. And you going to just lean over to the side. I'm like, and act like I'm supposed to just push by you. And then cop an attitude when I brush against you a little bit trying to get by. Oh, annoys me. So when someone is trying to get out of the seat that's on the inside, how about just stand up and get out of the way? Let them by. It's as simple as that. It'll only take 5 seconds. Moving on. Okay, now these are actual complaints about the service itself, which I was wondering, should I even say it? But I will, because it's pertinent to what annoys me with the whole thing altogether. So, during rush hours, so to speak, high frequency, peak hours, I guess you want to say, what kills me is how sometimes the train there's only like one train. And I live on one of the very busy branches of the public transportation system here. A lot of college students, a lot of young professional types, a lot of things going on. And what kills me is how you wait for the train, and sometimes it'll take forever, which is going to lead to my last point, but it'll take forever, and you get there, and it's only one train, and it's already packed with like 1,000 people, and there's already 1,000 people waiting to get on, and you can't get on the train because there's no room, and you're already like about to be late for the appointment you made with your friend for lunch, or your workplace, or something that you're trying to get to do. And I don't understand, like, whoever is in charge of arranging like the number of trains or the number of buses that are on the road, like during peak hours and even non-peak hours sometimes, like, why can't it just be consistent? Like, why can't it be just 2 trains all the time? Or sometimes I've seen 3 trains put together. Like, why can't it be consistent so that the process is easier for those that have to rely on it to get around? So, okay. And this ties into my last point, the schedule. The schedule is pretty much non-existent. I mean, it just makes no sense to me. I waited almost 40 minutes for a bus that never showed up. Ended up having to take a cab. I had to get to a rehearsal, and I had to book it to like other side of town. I gave myself like an hour 15 usually to get there because it's a little far away from where I live. You know, trying to be responsible and judicious with my time. What gets me is how these buses, you know, there's printed schedules that they give out that you can take at your own, you know, on your own whenever you want. You have the online, you can go and check online for a schedule and print it out. And then they have the little stands, like at the bus stops, especially the stand with like the regular route and the schedule. It just seems like none of that applies. And this has got to be remedied. I just don't understand how the schedule just goes out of the window. And I understand sometimes there's delays and things, there's traffic and whatever, but 45 minutes for a bus that's supposed to come every 10 to 12 minutes, you do the math. So anyway, that's all I have to say. Bags, keep them on, or keep them off, or keep them pulled in tight so that they don't be interrupted. People, pay your fare. Learn how to pay your fare, because that's the sign. Like, if you don't know how to have your fare ready, you don't know how to ride the bus. You don't know how to ride the train. Like, get it together. Be courteous when someone's trying to get by you out of a seat. MBTA, we need more trains. We need more buses. Something to keep the service flowing, and so it's not so super overcrowded, super crowded. And last but not least, keep to the schedule. For those of us that try to follow it. So anyway, that's all I had to say. I wasn't even going to do a video like this at first. I was just going to do something altogether different. And I might come back later tonight and do that, or tomorrow. But I just had to get this off my chest because it was just all kinds of tomfoolery on the train this morning after I was leaving from church. So anyway, hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'll be talking with you all very soon. Once again, I'm Dr. Yulee. Peace.